all the way back, baby.
Yeah, and if we say book your hotel, you book your hotel. But my lord, I have soiled myself.
And now, another episode of The Way We HNC It.
Hello, and welcome to a random spin-off episode of The Way We HNC It, your favourite lawyer firm here, Wilson and Bourke, giving you Div 1 and Prem standings due to scheduling constraints and life being more important than flag, which is a saying I've heard before but don't believe. It's just us two. Flag is life. It's just us two at the minute. I have no idea whether this is going to go out as a solo episode or be bolted onto the main episode. So however you are listening to this, if it's in the main episode or alternatively, hello and welcome to this mini episode.
You caught me out by not playing the intro. I can't lie.
If it was a mini episode and we played the intro, they'd need to listen to it twice. So I don't know. Something post-production, we might fix it. Who knows? Or we'll just let chaos ensue, as always happens when it's just me and you. Okay. Yes, Matt, how are you?
I'm good, mate. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you. Thank you for asking. We had no flag the past game day because we are special and play national football. And we've got a big one coming up, which you may hear about in the very near future. I don't know. But yes, Super Weekend is coming up. But we are going to be looking at Div 1 and Prem for the next half hour or so. So, where do you want to start? North, south, east, west? Div 1, Prem?
What if I said West Prem? Then
West Prem? I don't know.
I'm pretty sure it was cross-conference in the Prem.
Oh, shit. Production value 1, Cammy 0. Okay.
I think we start Div 1 and up to you where we go north or south.
Okay. Yeah, let's go south. There's big news in the south. Big news.
Yeah.
You want to take this one?
Yeah, I mean, it's,
are you sure?
No, I'm still buzzing a little bit about my hitch and go kind of hitting.
Yeah.
And obviously I'm being a bit of a homer, seeing the Gators get the return on the Exeter Falcons. Kind of gives almost an even slate at the top there, but it's just nice to see. And that sandwich, is looming as well. We love the north to the east to west sandwich. Yeah, I think. I mean, I was gonna leave it a bit later, but the Ronda Redkites getting another win, we're buzzing about that, especially on the eve of the Flag Football Wales news. It's nice to see things improving, growing, teams getting results. Not doing that doesn't help the sandwich, but
yeah, we like teams getting wins. If there's two narratives we had this year, it was East-West sandwich and new teams getting wins. So we're happy regardless. Yeah,
a bit of a shame to see, obviously, the Coyotes and the Blitz not being able to field teams, but that's going to happen late on in the season. You pick up injuries and availability. It's just sadly part of the game at the moment with the, especially down in Div 1. So, but we hope that both teams can sort it out, fix up, shape up, and come back.
I think forfeits in Div 1 are a bit of a interesting topic because there's no real repercussions, really. Like, I know it sounds harsh to say and stuff, and it is the lowest league. But yeah, like, I was quite surprised at Cardiff. I know they've had their struggles this year, but I mean, they've been, they've been around for a while. It's a shame. Sucks. But is what it is. But yeah, big news with the Falcons. First loss of the season?
I think so, yeah.
What was the score? I need to check that, actually. Ever prepared, as always. Where's Bez when you need him?
They lost 30-27.
30-27. Oh, do you remember what the first round of games were? Off the top of your head.
Now you're asking.
Now we're asking.
I think it was a bit of a gap because the Gators were missing.
I was wondering if they overturned a head-to-head. So Falcons will still hold that. Fair enough. What else? What else did we have going on down south?
I did see a clip from the Gators of scoring a Hail Mary right at the end to win a game. I'm not sure if it was that Falcons game or not. Again, ever the prepared from us.
It
is okay.
It's fine. It's fine. But yeah, forfeits were everywhere this week. I'm just looking at the. God damn. Anyway, yes.
See what kits are on the opposing side.
Coming to you live from Instagram reel.
Yeah, I think that was against Exeter.
Damn, that's big. I love that. I love a Hail Mary to win, especially in such a top of the table clash as well. Good way to go out.
Yeah, it would be because they only had 2 games. I'm seeing on their socials now. They only had 2 games and the other one was not close. So,
not even close. Sweet.
Coming from a past Gator, it's just good to see them get those results and also get over the hump. They've been pushing for years, and being part of it. It's just nice to see them marching on now, and hopefully more success to come for finals.
Yeah, totally. It's obviously you had your Great Gators. I've got my Killer Bees who were causing some problems up north, but we'll come on to that in a little bit. What else did we have? Any other standout games from Div 1? I don't think so. We don't cover Div 1. What even is a Div 1? Okay, moving swiftly on. We're going to stay in Div 1? We're going up north?
Yep.
Yeah, sweet. Okay. So we have a top of the table clash now, where 3 teams, the Moray Distillers, who have been at the top for quite a while now, the Aberdeen Silvercats and the Glasgow Killer Bees are in a 3-way head-to-head, which is quite interesting. So Killer Bees versus Moray first time round was a rather significant point difference, so they only beat Moray by a single point and haven't overturned that. However, they then went on to play the Aberdeen Silvercats, who beat them by a point, which causes issues. But that wasn't enough for Aberdeen to overturn the first head-to-head fixture, so the Killer Bees still have that. And then, to round things off, we have the whole Aberdeen-Moray shenanigans, which I'm sure is 1-1 as well at the minute, but I don't have the exact scores to hand because I'm very unprepared and an absolute moron. But we have a 3-way tie at the top of the table. And for those who listened or have been paying attention to our socials recently, Bez done a good breakdown in a reel somewhere that's on our social medias that we will probably refer back to at a later date, of how the breakdowns of the head-to-heads go, and basically the decider on who goes where on the table. For some reason, League Republic have decided to put The Edinburgh Gunslingers blue at the top, which is making my life much more difficult because I can't do basic maths. But it's quite exciting. It's quite exciting. So at the minute, I believe it is currently Moray, Glasgow, Aberdeen, I think. However, I could be wrong. So the final game day of the season, let's have a quick look at that. Match Hub. Because I'm just looking at this just now because, production quality. What even is that?
A lot of editing from Bears, probably.
Yeah. Do you know what? He's just going to not edit this and make us look like absolute morons. And do you know what? Fine. Okay. Deserve it. Whatever. Okay. Div 1, Northern A. Is that right? Or are we North C? What? This is... No. No, right. I'm going to edit this part because this is just atrocious. This is so bad.
Well, I'm looking at the Div 1 South combined right now, and even though we talked about it earlier, the sandwich, when you leave a sandwich or there's too much like sauce and the bread's just that's kind of what this is looking like right now.
Okay, give us a rundown.
So at the very bottom we have the London Blitz and the Waveney Wolves.
Forfeits.
Above them is the Cardiff Bay Coyotes.
Forfeit.
And the Nuneaton Jaguars are above them. So all of a sudden we're stacking.
Forfeit.
Yeah.
There's so many forfeits.
The then the Swansea Frenzy are just hanging above them in 5th bottom, if you will. Then it's the Longhorns Orange. And then going up to mid-table, as Bez has done it on the chart, is the Ronda Red Kites. You love to see it. You love to see it. And then obviously at the top, the Nottingham Honey Badgers are... Is it an olive that goes on the top of the sandwiches for the dramatic effect?
Oh, yeah. I like that. They pierce it through.
Yeah,
Love
you got
that.
it, yeah. Of the Exeter Falcons and the Gwent Gators in 2nd and 3rd, respectively. And then to close out the promotion or the semi-finals for the National is the Longhorns Black, the South Yorkshire Roosters, Keynsham Kings, Salisbury City Marauders, and the Nottingham Bears.
Nice. So the Honey Badgers, who we just mentioned, have officially clinched the Midlands. So congratulations to them. I would give you a round of applause, but again, production value. What even is that? I don't care. Yeah, coming back to the north, our last game day. It's Division 1 Highlands for those that it's not North A, B, or C. Cammy can't read. Phil can read. The Glasgow Killer Bees will be playing the Moray Distillers if they get a win there, that will put them at the top of the table. They will also be playing the Gunslingers Red. Silver Cats have Moray as well, so there could still be more cats to herd for Bez to try and work all that out, but that's actually quite a tasty game day. But that will be on the Sunday that we are at Super Weekend. So that is this week coming at Galaxy Sports in Grangemouth. It's beautiful. I love when it's like silly nonsense towards the end of the season where it's not decided and it can't be decided right until the final whistle. Like the last game of the day is Aberdeen versus Moray. So if the Killer Bees beat Moray at the start of the day, that puts them in the driver's seat to then take the league. However, Aberdeen can come and upset the apple cart there, which they are known to do with Glasgow teams, unfortunately. So all to play for up in the north. But yeah. News elsewhere around, we have the Lancashire Bombers, who have clinched the North A Championship. So congratulations to them. Again, no round of applause. And also the Leicester Huntsmen for clinching North B Premiership. They've had quite a successful run on their venture this year, considering it was newly promoted. So I think the league they're in is generous, but that's a rabbit hole that we can go down another time. To be honest. Um,
Come on, we
yeah,
were going so well, and now you've already just dipped your toe in the controversy pool.
Obviously, cross conference, they're only going to play the other brand of North teams once, and I think the only team that would really give them any trouble there is Newcastle. But I think that somebody said in the Discord the other day, it's basically a season. It's like we've played a level of Div 1. And to be honest, you have, because majority of the teams that are in that league, the North A, are regulars in Div 1. Like they were in Div 1 last year.
That type of thing's always going to happen when the new structure was going to come in,
Yeah,
you still
absolutely.
have to have the teams all go into their respective divisions. So I think for them, obviously with the squad they have, it's just about finding themselves in the right spot and go up again.
It's an interesting take because it's something that I am quite familiar with in the past. Like when the Hornets were sort of flying high, when we had that back-to-back year, we were quite concerned that we, and I mean this with utmost respect to all the other teams in the HNC, we were quite concerned that we were just blowing everybody out and we weren't going to get a real challenge until we got to playoffs, which is going to be slightly different this year for the Premiership teams because they are going to have the regionals. They're not just going straight to a finals day, which is coming up on the 8th, I think it is, if I remember correctly. So that's all got to pan out, but the standings there can change as well because have they got a game day this weekend? I don't know. I should probably check that.
I believe they do.
I think they do.
I think the Prem does, yeah.
I would assume they do. Yeah, they must do. Yeah, let's say they do.
I walked away from training with the Storm guys saying good luck and good luck back, so I think so.
Good luck. Yeah, so the current standings could still change, but at the moment for the Prem, we have the Blackhawks playing the Raptors and the Centurions playing the Serpents, with the Huntsmen playing the Revs and the Scorpions playing the Giants Steel. So only one out of conference matchup there, if I'm correct, which is the Saints versus the Saints. Saints versus the Serpents. The rest are going to be repeats of previous games, annoyingly. But that's how the cookie crumbles.
Yeah, I was going to say that there seems to be a theme across the league that it is a load of, well, it's all the exciting matchups at least, but it is teams that are in the same division, unfortunately. But more games to watch, I guess. More on the line, especially if most of them are sharing, one apiece in their divisional games.
Yeah, totally. It's like so obviously the North A and North B have got a 3-round robin, so that would be, a 4th time this year, which is a bit frustrating. Yeah, it's just because somebody complaining they don't have cross-conference, which we are totally not bitter about, but it's fine. Elsewhere, we'll go back to the Div 1 quickly. So for the Northern Plate, we would have the Gunslingers Red versus the Titans Tridents, the Centurions Gold versus the Sentinels, Iron Horses versus the Gunslingers B, and the Locomotives versus the Sheffield Giants Iron. And the Southern Plate, we will have Coventry Panthers B versus the Wolfpack, Isle of Wight Raptors versus the Renegades, the Rebels B versus the Red Kites, and the Exiles versus the Huntsmen B team. No, we don't know where the central location is. Well, we might do by the time we post this. Who has any idea? But stop asking us. We don't know. When we know, you'll know. The Southern semi-finals, we have the Exeter Falcons versus the Marauders, Gators versus the Kings, another interconference, the Honey Badgers versus the Bears, and the Longhorns versus the Roosters. And then finally, the North semi-finals will be the Distillers and Ravens, Killer Bees, Silvercats, Bombers, Vikings, Warthogs, Stingrays, which I think there is only one out of conference game. So everybody's playing everybody again, bar like 3 teams. So, well, we can't even have three matchups, sorry. So, right, on to the Prem. We are going to start with the North. The North A. Where are we? What are we doing? Northern Premiership A. We still have the Blackhawks at top of the table with a 90% win record. The Border City Centurions behind them, the Raptors in third, the Chargers in fourth, and the Mustangs in fifth. And then at the North B, we have the Leicester Huntsmen, who have clinched the Salford Scorpions, Sheffield Giants, West Lancashire Serpents, Warrington Rev, Wigan Bandits, and the Titans Bees. Rounding out. I think it's fairly cut and dry, to be honest. It's kind of how I expected it to go. If I'm surprised at anyone, it's the Chargers. Like, I know we had Charger Watch, and it's been a bit of a meme for a while, and yada, yada, yada. But the fact that we were in Prem last year, and I mean, don't get me wrong, we had a rough year, but I didn't expect them to fall off this much. I won't lie. Maybe it's forming two teams. Maybe they're still finding their feet. Who knows? Who knows? But I'm sure they'll be back with a bang. Anywho, what's going on in the Southern Prem? What's happening down there?
Well, in the one South Cross Conference, the South Prem is doing what the South Prem does, and everyone's deciding to beat everyone because, with the Nomads stock, unfortunately to lose Connor Drennan, big player for them. But they were doing their usual. They beat the Phoenix. They beat the Storm by 4 points, and then they lost to the Panthers. So everyone's giving handshakes all round. They all want to beat each other. So it's a bit of chaos, which we like. But it has there's a few teams sneak in, and I say few teams. It's just the one I'm thinking of, which is close to home with the Cardiff Storm. Sneak in up into the playoff spots now. It's not secured. It's not mathematically finished, but they've given themselves a chance towards the end now. They're hanging on the final spot.
Nice.
So they can take that into the final game day. I was at the other cross-conference game day, which, what's a polar bear doing in Texas? But
tell us, Matt, what is a polar bear doing? No, shut up, Cammy.
But it was good to see, because Swansea Hammerheads couldn't make the game day. Another Welsh team sadly struggling with numbers, but the Hammerheads have that with their splitting of the squads. So they'll be going back to form into one team, so they'll be fine for next year. It was good to see everyone rally around and obviously make the difference or the numbers up to fulfill their duties in terms of reffing, and obviously change the game day to bring a game down. Obviously the game Swansea would be missing, but it was nice to watch the other, I know it's a cross conference, but nice to watch a few other teams that I hadn't really had time to see before. Shane Tabor's still out for Rebels. I think he said to me it was his last game day out before he's back.
Nice.
So interesting to see. I would say for the most part, some of these results, probably most of these teams aren't in there up to full strength yet, and I hope they will be. So I would say take some results here and there, because there's some players missing on every single team from what I saw. So it'd be interesting to see how this plays out now this coming weekend, if everyone gets up to full strength, as I say.
Nice. South A looks actually quite... Second, let me go to standings. So final day, we have Rebels versus Tiger Sharks, Rebels versus Nomads, which will be a really good game, and then Rebels versus Reading Diablos. Venue to be confirmed. Interesting. Anyway, what else we got? Nomads VPP. Be a really good game. Oh, the pick'ems this week are going to be great. Oh, some people were asking about the pick'ems. We did not do pick'ems for the final Prem weekend because we don't because we have Super Weekend coming up, and for reasons out with our control, we can only limit the amount of games that we have on the pick'ems. So we thought we'd bank our tokens and do a bit more for the Super Weekend, given the increased amount of games. But anyway, nobody missed anything. Nobody's been penalised. Don't worry. It was us. We just didn't broadcast it because reasons. I don't know. Cool. What do you think? Think Rebels will go through unscathed final game day if Tabor's back?
Yeah, it gives him a boost and definitely a chance. I think he did the smart thing in obviously sitting out to heal because it would have been a long-term result. But for him to be back, look, I know I'm a bit biased because I've obviously played with him, but there's one thing playing with Tabor, and then you've got Tabor that's a bit fired up. I think they're definitely going to put on a show no matter whether they win or how they go out. It's going to be he's going to give him a chance for sure.
Hey, unlike some teams recently, if you're going to go down, you go down fighting. You don't just park the bus and sit at the back. You actually take the fight to the team. I'm not going to say who this team was.
Or you just try and snap and two-foot everyone and throw elbows in and hope that you just make it to an XP shootout.
Don't know who done that. I'm not saying anything really about... This is all definitely related to flag as well. It's nothing to do with any other sport that had a massive competition going on recently. But alas. Okay. Back on track. Right. Playoffs for the Prem South. Who are the current matchups? Where are we? If the season ended today, we would have the Nomads versus Storm, Rebels versus Titan Blue, VPP versus Coventry Panthers, and Phoenix versus Wolves. Damn. Nomad Storm would be a great game. I don't know. I think a few of these are going to change as well. But Nomad Storm. If you must have played cross conference already, but was that when?
Yeah, that was. I think it was the last. It was the first cross conference. I think
yeah.
We played.
Interesting. I like it.
Both teams have changed a little bit. As I say, Nomads have lost Conor Drennan, which is a huge loss for them. And the Storm are picking it up, finding their way a little bit. Obviously, I have a bit more inside information on that, but it's been a bit of a rally cry to, I'd say, just save their season. Really, things have gone disastrously. Really, in terms of results, play, and how, in terms, in comparison to the expectations that kind of you'd expect from a team under the Cardiff Hurricanes umbrella, but they've given themselves a chance from that last game day. So if that is the first, they're in the bottom half of the promotion places. So they're not, whoever they face first is never going to be an easy game. So
yeah,
they've got it all to do.
Totally. But yeah, that's Devon. Have we missed anything? I don't think we've missed anything.
I think so.
I don't know. I'm sure people will let us know if we have. A lot to cover, and we made it in half an hour.
With an edit of an edit. But bolt on of a bolt on.
So, the boss has informed me that this is going out as a standalone episode. Oh, no. So this is just going to be half an hour of absolute nonsense. I am excited to see the Spotify analytics to see if anybody actually makes it through this whole entire episode.
Is this the part where we start adding a load of controversial stuff to see who actually...
Oh, what can we do?
Throw in a keyword. I don't know why I'm letting you sit there and think of a keyword, because this could go horribly wrong.
Could. Oh.
Coaching badges?
Say again? Coach. Fines for profile photos. I don't know.
And cancelled.
Is it the South Wales Warriors? Is that a thing?
Yeah. Unfortunately, it's not. It's a sad day for Welsh. I put out the announcement for Flag Football Wales, and Swansea can't hold a team in the Prem. The Coyotes can't hold a team in Div 1, and then as I post the reunification of Wales and flag football, the Warriors get cancelled.
Amazing.
Can only go up from here.
Hey, start at the bottom and build up. That's what we need to do. That's how the cookie crumbles. Anyway, that is way too much nonsense for us on a random Tuesday afternoon. But it has been a pleasure as always, my boy. I'm sure I will speak to you in the very near future, and I will see you this weekend. And I look forward to it.
Yeah, so looking forward to it.
All right. Thank you very much for listening. I apologise if you made it this far. That has been the way we HNC it.